It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Commands.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. You can see how excited we are. Why? Because we have renowned South African singer and songwriter and just a genuine human being, Art Matthews, best known as initially the very charismatic frontman of the iconic rock band Just Ginger, the OG for me, certainly when it comes to South African bands, and of course has gone on to make his mark in his solo lane with some standards and has something brand new just for us. And he's telling everyone, in fact, it's called Tell Everyone, and we're here to tell everyone. And of course, it addresses ocean pollution. And he is, I think, getting a movement behind him, and he is allowing you to use this incredible piece of creativity for your purpose. So can we get a very warm, feel-good welcome to one of the coolest guys we know, Mr. Art Matthews. Welcome back to the show!
What's up, what's up?
Oh, we love you, guy. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here, man.
Oh, I see your tattoos. Have you got anything for the ocean, or is
Yeah,
that?
I've got
is
this
that...
little guy here just to keep, just to show me true north. You know?
Just in case you lose your way.
Exactly. I had to look down quite a lot when I was helming.
But okay, already the nautical jargon is coming out here. We'll get to that in a moment. I've got to ask you, because I was joking with you earlier about the first time I heard you perform, obviously with Ginger back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I'd heard an international quality. And I mean this with all due respect, because we just hadn't been exposed, didn't have the markets back then. And I remember turning around thinking, can this be live? Is this a real band producing the sound? It was amazing. Back then, when you guys first hit the scene and people just started flocking, and that following went from like 100 to 200 to 300, coming to every venue that you were at. Could you feel it back then? What was that start in the industry like for you, dude?
Yeah, you know, it's so hard because we started as like a cover band and then we threw in like an original, like Shallow Waters. Let's see if they'll dig us before. And eventually they were coming to shows going, no, we play those original songs. I was like, are you sure? I mean, that's dreadlocks. I look properly homeless. It was Kiff. So I was kind of what the appeal was.
So you fitted right in with the crowd, bro. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, it's just amazing. And then, you know, to see how it started from there, and it's been an incredible journey. You know, Just Ginger's still alive and well. We played New Year's Eve. It's 28 years, you know, so we're still the same boys, same members, still the same love for each other, so that's still going.
That is incredible.
Hair, None of us have our hair
except Mother Nature did me a little dirty.
Met too, yeah.
It's balancing out here. It's all balancing out.
We'll be dreading these soon.
Do you draw a lot of inspiration from your days with Just Ginger and your solo career, or are you going completely different with your own sound?
It's odd because I was a predominant songwriter of Just Ginger anyway. And so now when I do my solo stuff, there's obviously still a lot that lends, you know, to how it's kind of always been. Yeah. And I just draw inspiration from life experiences. You know, it's been a story, to say the very least. So there's been a lot to tap into.
I love it. I don't think, maybe back in the day, we didn't understand the role, the responsibility of the artists in our lives. Yeah. You guys give us the emotional language to be able to process stuff. Yeah. But that means you've got to go through it yourself. Yeah. You've got to work through it. You've got to be raw. You've got to be vulnerable is the key word that we love to use. And you're able to do that in a way that is very powerful. That I keep getting goosebumps every time I look at you, dude, because you played a dominant role. There have been days where I've been broken and I've put it on, and I've heard that song, I've heard of Shallow Waters, and I've picked myself back up. There is something powerful about that. Where do you have to take yourself to be able to write like that? Yeah,
you have to go through it. And, you know, just mentioning that, it's the biggest job satisfaction you could have in your life, having written something, having gone through something. First of all, being able to express it, because a lot of people bottle all their emotions up and they don't have a way to express it. So I get to a certain place and manage to write it in music and express it. And then not only that, then I get people singing along to it and also telling me stories for the rest of their lives, how it affected them. I know Shallow Waters in particular was used a lot as a reference for people like expats. I mean, in London, just like videos. I want to come home. And I said, come home, come home. And I said, and it was written about a girl. And now it's written about leaving Shallow Waters, which is leaving a country or whatever it is. And just to see that going through the years, as I said, no greater honor on the planet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we're super excited that you're hanging out with us today because we've got so much to unpack. Yes. I know you're going to do a small little set for us. Yeah. What are you performing for us?
I'm going to start with Impossible Machines, and then a song that I co-wrote with Just Ginger called Love Anyone, which is all about self-love and self-forgiveness, especially in this day and age when people are not very confident in themselves, especially, you know, addressing kind of the mental health issue that's been happening to everyone. And it's all about loving yourself before you can even extend, you know, being able to be loved by anyone else. It's quite a powerful thing.
I love that, brother. You can go and plug in and rock out,
See you
my
now.
friend.
See you now.
And of course, the name Impossible Machine speaks to a boat that he has a very special relationship with. And in fact, he has made it possible for anyone who is wanting to join the movement to save our oceans, to tap into that creativity. So in just a moment, we'll get into the background there. But I think the most powerful way to hear what Art has to say is through his incredible music. And I think there are few artists that can transform us, transport us in the way that this man can. Just his voice alone is a happy place for all of us. And I'm so glad we are bringing you into that happy place right now.
All right. So this is a song that I named the boat after because why not? It's my story, and even though the song is written mainly about our addiction to these devices, impossible machines, the song it was named. I named the boat after it, and was the first single from my first album. So I hope you guys take something from it. It has nothing to do with sailing. It's just about our addiction to these devices. I don't know, but this life is so predictable. We do curious things with impossible machines. This I know, that you can't rely on anyone, 'cause everyone else is afraid of the dark. You are all you need from now on. Let go of the thoughts that harm you. Put anger and fear aside, 'cause the best of you is yet to come, this I know. You know that life is sweet if you like to see it that way now. I don't know, I guess if I was more considerate, there'd be something to be said for it. And I'd believe in every sentimental word. I've heard 1,000 times before. Now don't forget about the good lives we've had, filled with things we don't need. These impossible machines making more than we need to live this life consciously. You are all you need from now on. Show them love, kill them with kindness. Put anger and fear aside, 'cause the best of you is yet to come, this I know. Show them that life is sweet if you like to see it that way now. Tell me, have you been there? I don't know, perhaps that's where I'm going. Have you seen it? Well, I'm blinded by the way it moves my soul. Tell me, can you feel it? We're nearly there, we've been riding long. Let go of the thoughts that harm you. Put anger and fear aside, 'cause the best of you is yet to come, this I know. You know that life is sweet when you're tuned into the Expresso show on a Tuesday morning, watching Art Matthews with the legendary crew. Thank you, Lucien. Can you feel it?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.